Look, guys. Robins. Robins. It's March 12th. The robins are here. And that means they need to get their feet in the snow 3 times. Doesn't have to be a lot of snow, just enough for them to get wet. And then spring will have officially arrived, no matter what our calendars say. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Pete's Place, Vanlife Journal. So it's the next week after the big snowstorm that we lived through, and we're looking at another blizzard warning for this evening through tomorrow. I just wanted to come out here. There's a few things I want to get done before it starts getting cold. I'm just in a sweatshirt. The sun is out. Boys are right here. Let me turn it around. There's Sebastian. Hi, buddy. And Barney. Hey, Barn. Hey, buddy. How are you? How are you? So, anyway, what I wanted to show you was the ice has broken off the little creek. And right above us, as we speak, is a hawk. Get it or not. Hunting. So there's the trailer over there, and what I want to do is I want to find a tape measure, which is a really good question, because I want to get some measurements across the front of the trailer, where I want to put that work surface. I want to build in that work surface for it to be an art studio. I want to utilize the space a little bit better. So it's right along this edge, right up here, across that way is where that will live when I get it done. So, and then there's a few things that I'm thinking about for the van, the interior there, maybe switching a few things around, making my tattoo equipment a little bit more accessible through once we get back on the road, because what happens there is I put it right on the back end of my van. I'll show you. Lock it here. So, yeah, well, we didn't realize how much we needed to fight, but now we're going to fight. Anyway, with all that being said, let me open these up. It's kind of windy, so I don't know. Here's the back side of my van, you guys. Back up so you get a better look at it. So, like right back up in here, let me see if I can't. There we go. So, like right back in here is a whole 3-door plastic section that holds all my tattoo supplies and so forth. So, these are 2 3-drawer plastic drawers that I have my clothes in, and also some tattoo supplies in that too. So I'm thinking about maybe coming across the back of the van and putting the bed behind those. So I got to get some measurements so I can either yes or stop thinking about it, because this is my bed and this is Bashy's outside bed. We've got a ladder in here, and we have so much to do to get back into our lives from house sitting. It's kind of crazy. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking about for that stuff. We'll see. For now, I'm gonna going to the trailer. It's a beautiful day. The boys can stay out hanging out. Hi, Barn. And I'm going to go into the trailer here for a minute. Take you with me. And see if I can't put my hands on a tape measure. I know I had one in one room. This is a whole curtain system that I have inside my door. It's twofold. It helps with any light coming in at night, and also it's thermal. So it's a nice barrier. Cuts that door off. Let's put it that way. Cuts my door off. And okay. So yeah, there was one time when I made these buckets. Yeah, that was on a previous video, way back. And I hung this right onto the end, right on the cabinet here, and then the other one I've got on hooks. It was one of those, what can I do for the Dollar Tree, DIY, one of those things. I can lose my mind watching that stuff. You coming in? I usually can latch my door. Just a second. Oh, what? I've got fencing up right now, so that's kind of in the way. See what I'm doing here? There we go. All right. I'll open it up so you can come and go all you want. There's Bash. I know. You think there's a treat in mind because we're so close. So, let me set you guys down here quick. And I'll turn some lights on. Here we go. So I just set you right here on the dining room table, right on the diner table, right here. And that's kind of what everything else is like in here. But yeah, let's turn some lights on here. So this is where I'm thinking about having that surface. And what I'd really like is to incorporate it from here all the way around. That would be awesome. That'd be awesome. So we'll see. We'll see. What? Well, you're not getting nothing. You're not getting nothing. If you want to get up here and lay down, you can. Come on up. All the way. Or just lay down or something. Okay. So we're going to try to find a tape measure. There's usually one right around in here, but of course, not today. Not today. Not today, not today. There's not one around here. So when I talk about doing the surface, I'm talking about from like here and around an L all the way over. And just doing a whole back organized backsplash, if you will, to this space. So that's something I'm going to be working on. It's something that I know is going to put all of it to sleep for me, and I will actually have a place where I can actually create. And it's not at my dining room table, which looks pretty much like what my surface over there will end up looking like, and that's going to free up all of this just to be home space. Maybe just a candle with a salt and pepper shaker. That would be awesome. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I know I can get the measurements of the trailer, but that's what I'm thinking about. from either here and L-shaped all the way around, or from okay, so back here you can see this curve here. This is a whole utility hatch that's on my trailer. We'll go back there and I'll show it to you. That's where my water tanks live and all that kind of stuff. So it can be L'd here. We could work from here on over too. So anyway, I'm gonna turn some lights off. That didn't take, I thought I had a tape measure, but it must be in my toolbox, which is kind of crazy. I know it shouldn't be, but I have several. That's the thing. And for me not to be able to put my hands on one right here is kind of crazy. Come on, Barn, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Out. So yeah, it's supposed to blow in tonight. Raining first and then snowing again. So here we are. It's spring though. It is definitely spring in Minnesota. For sure. For sure. Turn this around a little bit. Hi. So it is spring. And early spring can still mean snowstorms. And that's what they're calling for. Big swash all the way across Minnesota. The northern guys, I think, are going to get away with not having much happen, but from Minneapolis southwest, and then as it moves across, it'll be into Rochester, and sounds like it's going to linger there for a little while. I don't know. So anyway, it's another beautiful day. We have been out looking at campgrounds. That is true. And I went yesterday to a DFL meeting, first one, in the state of Minnesota. I went out and said, all right, do something. So a friend of mine at church the other day told me about the meeting, and I told my sister about it. Another friend of ours reached out and said, would you go? And I'm like, yes, I will go. So until Lynn reached out, though, I was waffling, to be honest. So it was just the nudge I needed. And we went. And like everything else, there's work. There's always work to be done. So anyway, I'm kind of playing it by ear as far as there are some protests that are happening in the state of Minnesota. There's one on April 5th that's coming up. And, excuse me, I would like to, I want to work it out so I can go to that. I haven't looked at my calendar, so I don't know what I'm talking about. I have no short-term memory whatsoever, so I can't tell you if I'm working tomorrow or not without my calendar up. So I'm not. I know that much because the snow was coming in and I've already talked to the girl. And she's like, yeah, I guess we got to do that. Yeah, we got to say that. Yeah. So anyway, sitting in the van and I'm getting restless and ready. But what I'm hearing from the campgrounds is mid-April at the earliest, and more like May 1st. So, not sure. Sharia said that she's fine with me staying plugged in till I can find a place. I hate that. I'm grateful at the same time, but I hate that feeling of not knowing where I'm going next. What's the plan? I'm going to keep scoping out though as weather permits and as I'm not trying to help the world put out fires, I will be looking for my home. So that's first and foremost on my to-do list, find my next spot. And once that happens, then it will be, all right, it will be get back into my space, get back into my own place, start living in my own space, in my own restrictions as far as water and sewer and all that kind of stuff. And get moved when I can and keep working because I am, and just doing my life. And that's what this channel's all about, you guys, is it's really just a journal. I was telling one of my sisters the other day, I don't have a way of scrapbooking or keeping albums of pictures and all of that. And the things that I see when I go through my phone is just like years and years. So I finally have uploaded all of my pictures from my phone to a cloud space and has literally taken a lot off my phone, which is great because some of it I've wanted off and saved somewhere for a long time. So we've been able to achieve that while we've been being spoiled by the television, the multitude of channels, and spoiled by the ice maker in the freezer. I'm gonna miss that. I do ice. I've got ice. I have the capability of ice, but man, there's something about just scooping as much as you want. So, spoiled. The things that will spoil us. Anyway, so yeah, first thing on the list is find a campground, find a place to go and set up my home for at least a month. And I want to be open to moving and watching my appointments well enough to move into areas that I'm going to be around for a while, maybe, and just not be static in the same spot all summer yet. And then next fall, when it comes to moving, it's so brand new and all of that. I don't want to do that to myself. So that's the plan. Anyway, keep working, keep tweaking my spaces, my home, like everybody else does. It might be a bedroom upstairs that you're working on, or the basement space, or your laundry space, or something. It's no different in a tiny house. You're always constantly looking for how can this be better done? How can I use my space better? And those questions don't change at all. So that's what we're doing because it's spring, it's transition time. I've been in a house since December 21st. It's time to start thinking about living again in my own space, my own life, my own things. I've taken a lot in, like all my pans and all my spices, and I've taken a lot in because I know how to cook with them, and so I've got some transitioning of stuff to do too. It sounds like around the 1st of April is when they're planning on being home. I haven't heard anything for sure, but that's the last time I heard. And no news is good news, or no changes. So anyway, you guys, that's probably gonna be, I'm gonna probably take some video over this next day and a half with the snow and the blowing and the scooping and the snowing and the wind is blowing. I don't know if you can hear that, but if you can see the little flag over here. Let me snip in there. Right there. You keep an eye on that. It'll give you a real sense of where the snow or where the blowing is at. It's been a good indicator for all that. So anyway, you guys, I think that's gonna wrap it up. I'll go in and start doing some doodling about laying out the space in the trailer for sure. I'm not going to know for sure in the back of the van until I can get a tape measure um, on those drawer sections and so forth. So I'm not miserable. This is just me fussing, nesting, spring cleaning. So anyway, I want to take you along with for all of it. If you if you want to be along, you certainly can. I'm hoping you're enjoying it for some reason. And if not, I'm okay with just having it up there on the cloud and something that I can remember my life with later on in my life. So if you're liking it, give me a thumbs up. It helps. Um, the more I get doing stuff and the more fun it will be to watch, I hope that you'll share my videos with your family and friends. I would like to get enough subscribers to be monetized. It would help well, my retirement ages, since I'm uncertain as to whether or not my Social Security is really going to start now or not. Thanks to my lovely neighbors. All right, you guys. Without going into it, because I can't, I mean, I can. It's my channel, and I can, but not today. I haven't yet so far. So I know it's happening. You can feel it. The world's changing. Peace, you guys. Let's wait for the snow. It's coming. It's coming. Okay, everybody, this is Kansas Lake County Park in southwestern Minnesota. And we just pulled in here. Me and Silver, I left Bash at the house we're babysitting with Barney so that they can be together. It's a beautiful day. But let me turn the camera around and let you see what's going on here. A very nice shelter house right over here. We're gonna go ahead and walk on over. It's so gorgeous today. And I have to get away from the house, and I have to get away from the politics of our nation right now, and away from Facebook. Because it's nearly toxic. So they got some bathrooms here. They got a locked door for maintenance and a men's and a women's. I don't need to look at the facility. Nice picnic table and a grill out here. There's Silver. It's a nice little park, nice little county park. Let's walk out on the dock. It's a nice sized lake. I bet there's no motor boats. Maybe, well, yes, there is, because there's a boat landing right over there. So I bet they get fishermen out here. It might be one of those spots that's considered a secret. One of those lakes that only the fishermen treasure. I don't know, maybe we'll get out here sometime this month, sometime this summer yet. Show you how clear the water is. It's a sheet of ice on everything yet. Nice sturdy dock. Ooh. You can hear the ice cracking. But you can see there's a big rock. I don't know if you guys can make it out, but the water and the ice is clear enough that there's a big rock right down there. It is a beautiful day out here. It truly is. There's not any clouds in the sky, just kind of some vapory layers. Beautiful. It's a beautiful spring Marchy day. A little bit of a breeze, but nothing to speak of. So yeah. So peaceful. I can hear some geese over just off of me. And over on that shoreline over there, the water's open and I see splashing around like there's geese over there. Nice little park, someplace we could hang out at, spend our days at. I bet it's quiet out here. Get away from wherever we're going to be camping. I'm going to take a look at a couple of those places now, today I think. There's one over not too far off of us, and then we'll take a drive and take a look at another one. We'll see. Sure is beautiful. You know, it wouldn't be that hard to have peace for everyone in this world. Trespassing is not okay. Right? Go for a walk. The home over there on the ridge, on that other bank. Yeah, I'd say there's a lot of ducks or geese over there. Let me see if I can't get you guys over there. Hold on. Can you make them out? Can you make them out? They kept them in the frame. All right, pull it back. Nice little lake. Kansas Lake County Park. Onward and upward. Here we go. And maybe a car wash, maybe wash the silver off and let them be silver again. We'll see. Kansas Lake County Park. Beautiful. Way to be there. USA. Whoop. Hey everybody, we're out and about again today. We're up in Mankato, Minnesota, where there's a couple campgrounds that I want to look at up here and see if it might be a summer situation that we might be able to partake in. So I'm bringing you along. North Mankato, Minnesota. Let's take a drive. But yeah, this next place is called, I believe, Sawmill Campground. And it's on the edge of Mankato, which would be a really nice solution because I've got, Denise and I have a storage unit up here.
Exit the traffic circle onto 520th Street.
That we need to get
Continue on 520th Street for 1.5 miles.
Organized and get functional for our lives. So it'd be all right to be up here this close, where it'd be 15 minutes instead of 40 one way to get there. So we'll check it out.
Destination will be on the right.
All right, so here we come. Up here, up on the right side is where the campground's going to be coming into here. So
destination is on the right.
There's a real sawmill here. No wonder they call it Sawmill Campground. I'm not seeing anybody around. I don't see any signage either. Ew. Got some snow over here. I'm not going to take a chance on that. Well, see that? Nope, not for a two-wheel drive. Okay, well, there's not really any around yet. I'm not surprised. So, I'll give the phone number a call. There was a sign posted on the front door, so I'll give them a call and see what they've got to say about their amenities. Looks like a pretty big place. We'll see. All right, I'm heading over to Denise's from here, so we'll talk to you in a little bit. Peace.